We're going to take every single and make them all single. Then we're going to take all them men and have them marry one of their own, a Nigerian. That will leave 90% of the country of Nigeria. 90% of the women will have no man, will not give birth to a child, will have no way to survive. You see? This is why what's going on now is so screwed up. Because the men who are out there that can provide for more than one family, when they do get a family, they got to deal with their women wanting to leave because of infidelity. I've heard an interview today. There was a lady at the age of 52. She left her husband because of infidelity. But she did it 52. She's 52 and she's out here on dating sites looking for love at the age of 52 because she had a man who was a provider and a protector and built up his own. But because she said the man went out and cheated on her, she divorced him. And now she has no way to figure out life after. Now, this is about 15 years after. She divorced him about 15 years ago. And now she's still out here looking for a man to marry her when no man is going to marry a 52-year-old, no man of quality. You understand me?
Yeah, I do.
This is why I say it's so important that y'all ladies start to understand. Get away from this terminology, infidelity. Let me go back to my point that I was making with you. There are three types of so-called cheaters. I'm just using the word because y'all use it. Okay, the first one is an excessive cheater, the one you talked about. There's exceptions to every rule, but we're going to go with the generality, a generalization. Excessive cheaters are these type of men. More than likely, they're low-income earners who don't have much, but yet they sleep with a lot of women. They're not able to go out and buy homes, buy cars, build businesses, but they go and sleep with a lot of women. The reason why men do that, because that is the only thing that men have, that person has to allow himself to feel like a man. When you are not able to provide and provide decently for someone and yourself, you don't feel like a man. So the next step is to make myself feel like a man. Let me go sleep with this, sleep with that, sleep with that, knowing that I could conquer women. You get me? The second person is a productive middle class or upper class man. Those type of men are builders. They build a home, businesses. They have things going for them. They're able to take care of a family, provide, and make sure their kids as well taken care of. Make sure their wives are taken care of for the rest of their lives, no matter what happens. They will go out and have something on the side. You could call it a fling or whatever, but they will never allow it to affect their household. They will never allow the drama to catch fire to their household. Let your network get back. Just having trouble with Jenny's network. See if she can get it back. All right, we lost her for the second. Let's give her some time to get back on. But this is what I'm running down to her. I get to the third one when she gets back. But as I said, okay, I think she's back. Okay, we got you back.
Yeah.
So you got the gist of what I was saying with the second type of cheater. I hate using that word, but I'm just using it. Now, the third type of man is that one who is able to provide for more than one family. So he determines to. He has a primary family, but also he makes another family elsewhere. But he has one primary, has 1, 2, 3, whatever his wealth will allow him to do. You get me? Now, out of those three, this is what I always say, you're going to have to choose one. Some ladies were like, no, no, that's not what I want. I'm saying, if you want to be married, you're going to have to choose one. Out of those three, which one would you choose?
The productive.
Which one? Number two?
Yeah, number two, the
Well, number
productive.
two and number three both protect. The only difference between number two and number three, they're both able to provide, but number three makes another family. Number two doesn't make another family. He only has
Yeah.
one family.
Yeah.
So number two.
Yeah, number two.
All right. I'm going to ask you this now. You said you want to be married, right?
Yeah.
Any
Definitely.
particular time? Are you waiting or
No particular time, but not now.
if it showed up today, you'd be ready to jump the broom, as we say?
Yeah, well, I would want to, know, have a vital decision over it, so it wouldn't be like a youthful decision and you then get bitter over it over the years.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you meet somebody who's worthy to be an actual man and do whatever. Most men know whether they're going to marry a woman in less than 90 days. Just about all men, we all the same. Anything really past a month, but I give it 90 days. 90 days, a man knows whether he's going to marry. Just like when a woman first meet a man, she know whether she want to sleep with him or not. Men know whether we want to marry or not. That's why when 90 days go by, you see relationships drag on for years and years and years. And then when the man finally breaks off or the girl breaks off with him, the man marries just like a month later. Happens all the time, don't it?
Yeah, I do.
We know who we want to marry. It don't take more than 90 days. If it's past 90 days and that man is not planning to marry you, you're likely wasting your time. But I'm going to ask you this. How many children would you like to have?
I think 2 or 4. I don't know.
2 and 4 is a big difference.
Yeah, I have this. I not really. I think it's genetic in my family for having twins. So probably
Twins.
possible.
You
Yeah.
want two? You talking about 2 sets of twins?
No, I said it's genetic in my family. So I
Genetic.
think, yeah. So
Are
I
you a
think
twin?
no.
But your family has a lot of twins.
Yeah.
But when you do have babies, you know that you don't control that. That's controlled by God.
Okay, true.
So that's what I'm saying. You either want 2 or 4. You can't control whether they twins or not. That's not. You don't make those decisions.
True. Okay.
2 or 4.
4.
All right. Let's go with your heart's desires, which is 4.
Yeah, 4.
All right. Now, to have 4 children, you have to marry a man that's able to provide for 4 children, right?
Yeah, right.
As a biotechnician, you're not going to have enough money to provide for 4 children, make sure they have school, make sure you can pass down properties and so forth, make sure they're well off in life. So you're going to have to marry.
Yeah.
What type of man what type of man do you see yourself marrying? What would you like?
Okay. I want someone stable.
Hmm?
Like you. I said I want someone stable. Like you're there, you're always there, supportive and caring. Okay.
What about looks?
Like stability. Yeah, look, yeah. Tall.
How tall?
Taller than me, I guess. More
Well, we're
taller
going to
than
get to
me.
you. So I'm just talking about your little heart's desire. So we're going to get to you all in one thing. How tall?
I think maybe 6'9" or 6'8" or something.
6'9" or 6'10".
Oh yeah, something like that.
The majority of the men in the world, there's only 2% of the men in the world are 6'9" or 6'10".
Okay.
So
I guess,
you're basically talking about a basketball player height. There are not many men in the world 6'10" and 6'9". You know that, right?
Oh, now I do. Now I know.
My lady, she wanted a 6'10" man before I met her. I'm only 6 foot. That's what I say.
Oh,
I wanted a dark skinned girl. My my lady is light skinned. You see how that works?
yeah, true.
What I have my thing that I wanted, she had her thing that she wanted. But when two people meet and know that they could work together and build together and be with each other for a lifetime, all that other stuff goes out the door.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But we're just talking, this is a conversation. So there's nothing wrong with you saying what you want. All I'm letting you know that don't let that be, hey, he has to be this,
Yeah, true.
because you will lose a lot of good men. But like I said, the majority of men, do you know the average height of a man in the world, period?
No, I don't.
5'7". 5'7" is the average height of the men in the world. And America is 5'8". And Nigeria, I'm not sure about Nigeria, but the likelihood, most Africans are small people, smaller than us. So if our average men are 5'8", that means yours is likely around 5'7".
Yeah,
So not to say that you can't find it, anything can happen, but keep it open. Um, I don't
definitely.
know. I don't know if you know anything about the exchange rate from Naira to US. Let's stick with Naira because I could do the calculations myself. In order to raise 4 children, do you want to? You obviously don't want to live in poverty, right?
No?
Um, do you have a preference, middle class, upper class, the rich elite,
What is that?
middle class? There's 4 levels that we have.
Yeah,
You have the lower class, the people who work 9 to 5s for minimum wage, basically. That's the lower class. You have middle class. Middle class are the people who normally live in the suburbs with a house, a car, and send their kids to private school. Upper class is the people who do the same as the middle class, but they're able to travel around internationally. Rich elite, I don't think I have to explain that one to you, just being rich and wealthy or whatever. So out of the 3, what are you looking for?
mm, the upper class.
Upper class.
Yeah.
See, if you was American, you would immediately said, I want a rich, wealthy gazillionaire that got to make $1 billion. That's what these women out here talking about. But see, this is what I like about my Nigerian sisters. They're logical. They're logical thinkers. All right, upper class. Let's try to work this out and see if it can happen. All right. So you want an upper class husband. Does it matter if he's Nigerian or American?
No, doesn't matter.
Can he be Black American?
Yeah, you can.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate yourself as far as looks in
Myself?
Nigeria? In Nigeria, where do you rate yourself as far as looks, 1 to 10?
Oh, 1 to 10. I think maybe an 8.
She's going to go straight to
Yeah.
the 8. All right. No, that's fine. I was going to give you 8 anyway. So
Okay.
8. How tall are you?
5'4".
5'4". How much do you weigh?
The last time I checked, 50,
50.
52, 50.
So about 115 pounds.
Yeah.
All right. So that US pound, not that euro. So, all right. 115 pounds, 5'4", 8 in the face. Your likelihood of being upper class is very high,
So,
extremely high. I mean, like
okay.
if you, I'll let you know this right now. If you would allow yourself to marry a Black American man, no question that a man in the upper class will certainly shoot a shot at you and see if he could get you as a wife.
Okay.
And in all likelihood, that's going to happen. But I want to say that I'm the one that made it happen. So give me some props ahead of time. But when it do happen, make sure you come back on this show. All right?
Okay.
All right. And
See?
last thing let's get to. Back to the subject.
Okay.
If you marry an upper class man, that means you said you want 4 children. So you want to have all your children in your 20s?
Not necessary. I need patience.
So 20s and 30s,
Yeah.
but not after 35, right?
Mm-mm.
All right. Let's say halfway through this little scenario, we're gonna call your husband Eric. So you want Eric, you're 21, y'all married at 23. Oh, I forgot. I skipped this part. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let me rewind this back a little bit before we get to that. I'm sorry. I skipped something totally.
Okay.
For you to marry a man in the upper class who's able to provide for you and 4 children, how old do you think this man is going to be?
How old? I think within the range of 30, some 30s to 40s.
What is it?
Within the range of 30s to 40s.
30 to 40.
Yeah, I think within the range.
If you're talking about upper class, that man is going to be no less than 40. Men do not make their money. When men hit their prime financially, they're almost always in their 40s. In your 20s, you struggle. In your 30s, you're trying to figure it out. In your 40s, is when you figure it out and you're on your purpose, you're on your path.
Yeah, true.
So you would be okay with marrying a 40-year-old man?
Um, yeah, to an extent.
Huh? You
I
sure?
said to an extent. To an extent. Not fully, yes.
Say that again?
I said to an extent, not fully sure of it. So,
I can't hear you, Jenny.
I said maybe to an extent as well. I'm not full with it yet.
Not cool with it yet. But most men marry at least 10 years younger than they are. Me, I married 20 years younger. I'm 21 years older than my wife. My wife is 25. I'm 46. So I met my wife when she was 20 years old. I was 40 at the time.